What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now this comes from DeeDee and Shani Rose Pop the Balloon. I hope I'm saying this correctly. There's a 45-year-old woman on this show, on this dating show, who is a felon, but she had a problem with dating a fellow felon. So I wanted to react to this because it just was interesting to me and ironic when we come across these types of videos. So make sure you chime in the comments, comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. So we're gonna hop right into the video. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
All right, beautiful. Can I get your name and age?
I'm Mickey Fox and I'm 45.
And what do you do?
I am unemployed. I just got released from prison, so I don't work.
All right. And why'd you pop your balloon?
Because he actually looks like a felon, and I'm good with that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
What is the look of?
Now she said he actually looks like a felon, and she actually is a felon. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's continue, baby.
Okay, I will say this. I have teenage sons who understand etiquette, and they understand, like, we were told to dress like we're going to a fancy restaurant, and I just don't think he understands that world. And so it just kind of doesn't give me, like, we would never be able to go anywhere. We're definitely not personality matched, and I don't think that we are, like, mentally matched. So I mean, he's a child of God. God love you, you know, and God gives second chances like he did for me. But I just wouldn't.
Is she someone that's your type?
Yeah.
Thank you.
She cool.
Thank you.
All right, let's go on back down.
Now, you know, and listen, I'm not saying that you have to just give your time and attention to somebody that you're just not interested in. In fact, I think that if you know that you're just not into the person and you're not feeling their vibe or whatever it is, I think it's best to be honest. So I think it's cool to be honest up front and let a person know so you won't waste their time as well. But it's the way you got to go about it. It's kind of this nasty, nice attitude that I see from a lot of black women. And just on the sheer fact that she's like, well, she good. He actually looks like a felon. You don't know if he's a felon or not. He never said he was. You're assuming instead of asking the question, because here he's standing in front of a person who is actually a felon. So what does the look of it have to do with it? If that's not what he is, and you've been down that road, why the attitude like that? You know what I mean? Like, you're better. But I want to go ahead and play the rest of this to show you guys who this person actually is, because I thought it was interesting that she would take that approach when, you know, this has been her situation as well. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's get back into the video. Here we go.
Social media star who scammed people out of thousands of dollars finds out her sentence after pleading guilty.
ABC 13 reporter Maya Shea is live with what prosecutors are saying this afternoon. Maya.
Well, prosecutors say, hey, you've got to do some homework when you try to talk to some of these social media stars. You think you know them, but do you really? Because this woman, they say, swindled at least 8 people out of tens of thousands of dollars, and now she has pled guilty and will be spending time in prison.
And once I used my concealer,
Nikki Lynn Fox promoted herself as a style and relationship expert on YouTube, but prosecutors say she can now add a new title to that, a professional scammer. After first being indicted a year ago, Fox pled guilty and was sentenced today to 5 years in prison. Prosecutors say she conned at least 8 victims into making real estate investments with her.
She really presents well. She's somewhat funny. She's very attractive when she does her makeup and her hair. She dresses the part. She's articulate. She talks the talk.
They say she either gained their trust through her YouTube videos or after meeting the victims in real life. Then she would mention her side business of flipping houses and convince her victims to invest tens of thousands of dollars but it was all a scam.
We never found that she owned any of the real estate that she was talking about. And actually, in one of the cases, the property didn't even exist. It's like she just made up an address. So, yeah, no, it was a complete scam from the beginning.
Baby, say it ain't so, child. Listen, this is, when you go on these shows, you never know who you're meeting. And it's interesting to me how a lot of the women seem very skeptical and, cautious about who they're choosing, as you should. But should we only be trying to vet the men in this harsh way? Or should we be vetting the women as well? Because they're scammers and felons and who God knows what they have been, a part of in their life. So, as much as women like to talk about vetting men and men, you got to thoroughly do this and you got to be sure of this and you're not going to date this. The men have to be just as thorough and concerned as well, because these women are out here bad as well. All of the damage is not being done by men. This is the thing that I always speak about, but we speak and we move as if men are all the antagonists and always the issues and always the problems, when there are a lot of women who are problems as well. According to these news reports, this lady was scamming folks, stealing money from people, lying to folks, basically, allegedly. And she actually went to jail for her crime. And she actually admitted that, she just got out of prison. And my whole thing is this, which is mind-boggling to me. If you just got out of prison, why do you speak so kind of negatively about somebody else who you claim looks like a felon? Not that he is, and nor did she even ask him if he was or not. Just assumed, but you are one. I'm just saying, so if you could be rehabilitated and a changed woman, why can't you accept that might be the same for him if he was a felon? You didn't even ask if he was. That's the point. That's the thing. I don't know. I think in our community it's a real big problem when it comes to how women treat people, how you talk to folks. It's not what you say. Sometimes it is how you say it. Like, you don't, especially if you're not being provoked, especially if somebody is not coming across to you that way. You should be nice to people because they're nice to you and respectable of others. Why does it has to be like, and this type of behavior is championed. It's praised. It's pushed. You know what I mean? I don't know. And even though I don't think she was speaking so harshly, but it's just the attitude that kind of comes with it. Oh, he's a felon. He looks like a felon. Oh, well, that would not be for me. Well, he could turn around and say the same thing. Well, you're a felon. Are you a felon? Like, that ain't for me either. But it's like, even if a man says it, oh, he's sassy for saying it. But when women say it, it's justifiable. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it just gives me that vibe. And women go so hard against men and what their behavior and what they do. But when they do the same things, it's justified, or the outcome is minimized, or the response is not as harsh as a man. Like, men are held to a higher standard than women, but we are all considered equal, right? Y'all are considered equal, women and men, but women don't want their negatives to be highlighted or brought up, but they do that to a man so very easily. You know what I mean? And so men are scrutinized off rip. Like, you can't have any negatives with women, but women can have all the negatives in the world, and men are supposed to just accept it. And even with that, saying she just got out of prison, the man wasn't really saying much. He couldn't say, and then he was still asked if that was his type, and he didn't go, no, she's not, because she just got out of prison. He's like, no, she is his type. But she was like, oh, no, I can't possibly give you a chance, basically, because you look like a felon. You know what I mean? Look like one versus one who is one is diabolical work. It's like, wow. But, this is that nice, nasty attitude that I see a lot when it comes to Black women. And it's a turn off. It really is. It's just insane to me, the mentalities that come with a lot of women. And, they feel entitled to treat people or talk to people crazy. But then when you call out their issues, it's like a problem. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. But listen, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this particular video. Comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, you guys. Chime in. What's your thoughts on this whole situation? I want to hear what you got to say. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.